Welcome back to my second episode on my Road to Glory series with Macclesfield Town. Today we have 4 games, starting off with the first game against Northampton. Jumping into the game, we get to see the Northampton lineup. I think they're going with 5 at the back, so it's going to be very, very hard to break through that defence. Now we get a look at our squad, keeping it pretty much the same apart from Archibald's coming back in at left back. And we've got Kirby replacing Whitehead actually in the centre of midfield because he had a really good game. This being Villar's debut, he makes such a bad decision and passes it to one of the Northampton players who manages to put it right past him, making it 1-0 Northampton. Here we are, Archibald's making a run down the left-hand side, looking for the cross into the box, manages to get it down to Kirby, his shot is deflected, and then McCourt picks it up, but he manages to be offside, so even though he managed to put it in the back. Northampton with the corner, but putting it into the middle of the box. Keller gets a head on it, but then it's really badly defended and hit off the back of the court and goes. I think that's going to go down as no goal from the court. Normally he puts it in other people's goals. That game ends 2-0, and to be honest, we didn't really do much. Our attack didn't get many shots on target, and obviously our defence managed to let 2 goals in. So we need to look at those youth players that are going to be playing as centre backs and strikers, get them in as soon as possible. Going into match 2 for today, and that's our starting squad, and you'll see in a second that I've actually changed the formation to 4-2-3-1, as I feel we'll need those 2 holding midfielders will play a better role. We've put Sinti on the left hand side and Nagy at left back, just because Sinti seems to be able to get in better positions and actually manages to dribble around players, whereas Nagy's a bit more clunky. The Morecambe team is going to be set up with 2 wingers at the front with that central striker, and then they've got the 3 players in midfield, so I'm feeling a bit more confident with the formation that I've chosen against Morecambe. Morecambe with the first attack, Diagora to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan passes it back to Diagora, and then he manages to find Leach Smith, who manages to find Larson on that left hand side, who manages to get it over Villar. Really well worked team goal there. Tracy down the right hand side for Macclesfield Town, looking for Rose in the middle there. Rose gets his head on it and manages just to put it right. Tracy worked really well to get that opportunity to open up. Just a shame that Rose managed just to put it past the post. We're now approaching the 60th minute. Sinti passes the ball through to Stevens. Stevens is looking for someone's coming on the inside. Sinti's there, and Sinti puts it into the back of the net. 1-1. Macclesfield Town and Morecambe doing a lot better this game. Here we see Stevens is looking for that run from Sinti, and Sinti just gets into that space and manages to put it past the keeper with ease. Got Whitehead making the run forward. He's looking for Wilson to make that run through. Wilson makes it run, and he just manages to get it in the goal just off the post. So ever so lucky to go 2-1 in front against Morecambe at home. So hopefully we can clench on to this win and get our first home win. We're pushing for our 3rd goal with Rose on the ball looking for Wilson. Wilson actually manages to get the assist this time. Whitehead putting it off the other post into the back. Team worked really well to get forward in this game, and it just pays off to see us get 3 goals ahead after being 1-0 down. We can see here from when the ball was paid to Wilson that Whitehead was already making that run, looking for that ball straight off the bat. Moving into the last few seconds of the game, can we pick up a 4? Then most likely it's not. Yeah. Game finishes 3-1 to Macclesfield Town at home, our first win this season at home against Morecambe. Thankfully we get those 3 points this game, we deserved it. Coming out of that game still showed us that we needed another defender, so I found a defender that was a free agent. He's Icelandic, he's 18 years old and he's only 57 rated, so we're going to be able to put him into training and get him to level up really quickly, and hopefully he'll become a starter for us. So we're going to sign him on a 4-year contract as a rotation player, because then he still gets the experience whilst we train him, and he only wants 500 quid for the rage. I'm not going to give him the appearance bonus because it's not needed. Going into the next match, I managed to skip the teams, so here you are, you'll see both teams for us, and for the opponents, we're at home again, so hopefully we can clench another win. Here we got the first attack coming from Scunthorpe United. They managed to get it past us, and they managed to put it past VILLAR as well. Contemplating, is he actually worth me having brought him in on loan now, because he's letting a few goals past him, but I think I might have to put him in some training to get him a little bit better. Scunthorpe are on the attack again, but we managed to get the ball away, but Keller gives it away in the box and then gives away a penalty as well. Luckily, he doesn't receive any card, just another warning, so he still hasn't got any bookings, but as the captain he should be showing that we shouldn't be committing horrific fouls in the penalty box. Gilead steps up to take the penalty and he manages to put it wide, but if he put it on target, VILLAR would have had it covered. So does that prove that he actually might be worth the loan that he's got currently, because he could have saved the penalty. On the attack for Macclesfield Town, with Wilson making the run, he's looking for the next player. Rose is on the ball, puts it through to Stevens, and Stevens manages to put it in the back of the net with a wonderful strike into the bottom right hand corner. Rose, Wilson and Stevens all playing an amazing part in that goal. Obviously Stevens managed to bury it, but Rose, even though he's like 37, he's managing to get involved consistently, even though he doesn't start, but I think I might start him more. Coming into the second half now, towards the end of the game, when pushing forward for another goal, Nagy is pushing through it because he was on that right hand side and he buries it in the back of the net. Really well done from him, considering he's a left back playing on the right wing. Here we see Nagy's amazing run and his amazing finish, putting it past the keeper. The keeper, if he'd reached over like 2 more inches, would have saved it. But great goal, and that means we're winning again at home, 2-1. Here we are, we're approaching the end of the game with the ball being played around in the middle, and the game ends 2-1, our second victory at home against Scunthorpe United. Been looking at young strikers to bring in because I feel like we need a bit more striking power. Found this 20-year-old Savarius Nimli from Spartaco Moscow. Just going to try and trade one of our other strikers that we're not using, but they didn't really want him, so I decided to give Dawson, the winger we're not using, because he's 27 and he is slow. So they would happily take him, and they didn't ask for too much. I managed to get it a bit cheaper for him, which is really good, but I think I settled at 370 or 360 around, which is not too bad at all. Considering he's 20, he's going to get a bit better over the time he plays with us. So great signing in my opinion. Now we're going to work out his contract with him, see how long he wants to stay with us, how much he wants to play, and the wage he is demanding from us. Thought I could start him as a rotation player. He was not very happy with that. He wants to be important, but we'll agree to that because there's likelihood he's going to be a star for us. And for 4 years, he's definitely going to make it into the first team there. And he doesn't want to release course, which is really good for us. Now we're moving on to the wage. He probably doesn't want too much, probably about 2.5k maybe. We'll start on 2.5. And a 20k thousand, I'd say, to give him the signing bonus, which isn't too much, and let's see if he can take that. And he's happy with that, so maybe we went a bit higher. Moving on, we're going to try and sign a winger from Barnsley now. Likelihood is he won't come because he's worth £1.1 million and he's 67 rated, but he would be ideal for our squad. If we do get any more money, it looks like we'd actually be able to transfer our striker we're not really happy with and be able to give him a bit more money. Just need to make sure we can actually pay his wage, because you'll see that we're actually unsuccessful to get this because we just don't have enough money. Moving into the last match of the day against Stevenage, we will be the away team, so hopefully we can continue our great run of form that we've had at home. Stevenage starting 11, they have 5 midfielders, so we're going to struggle getting through that, but hopefully the new formation is going to help us break them down. And looking at our squad, we haven't really got much of a change at all, apart from Nagy's come from the right midfield back to the left back, and we've got Stevens sitting as a cam again with Wilson up front and Cinti on that left hand side, so hopefully we're going to be able to break them down. Here's the first chance, Tracy on that right hand side. He's had an amazing games today, so hopefully he can get an assist. Got Wilson in the middle, he misses it, and Cinti manages to fire it home, bottom right hand corner. An amazing volley from Cinti. He's going to be a great left mid, I think. So the good cross in from Tracy, but sadly we didn't get the touch and they couldn't clear it, so a lucky Cinti was in the middle there to finish it and send it home for us. 1-0 Macclesfield Town away to Stevenage. Stevenage on the attack in the second half, find List, and List manages to bury it past VILLAR with no surprise at all. Here we are, Tracy on the right hand side again, making his way up that right hand side. He's just pushing through all day today. He's looking for that person in the middle of the box, but he decides to take a shot, and he skies it somehow from that close. Approaching the end of the game, are we going to be able to get a result? Nimley on the ball for his debut, passes it back to McCourt. McCourt turns around and takes a shot and just puts it wide. The game ends as a draw. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to subscribe, it's free, so then you'll get notifications about the videos I put up. But thank you again for watching, and see you all again soon.